Hello, and thank you for joining me again for part 2 of our Mermaid Shell project. Now in the last video we took a look at how to cast the actual shells themselves, and in this video we're going to take a look at how to paint and finish them. So let's dive right in. Now that the resin castings have been removed from the molds, they've been washed in warm soapy water to remove any residue that may be remaining on their surface from the mold release that was used in the mold. Once they're completely dry and free of any water, we're going to go ahead and move on to adding a gray primer spray that will give a little bit of surface that will help the paint bond better and more evenly. Now that the shells have been given a coating of gray flat primer, we're ready to move on to giving them their base color coat. This is done with a metallic pearlescent paint. And I'm going to go ahead and use a wide, flat bristle brush so that I can cover a large amount of surface area. There is some texture on this sculpt here, so I'm not worried about brush strokes showing up. Now here you can see I'm beginning to apply metallic pearlescent white, and I'm just running my brush strokes in the natural direction of the grain that is sculpted onto the shell. You can see it's beginning to go on, and I'm going to go ahead and give a nice smooth clean coating of this pearlescent base to both shells before we move on to adding the purple airbrush color. We'll move on to that. Next, the shells are airbrushed with a pearlescent purple. For this I've used Lumiere Pearl Violet. It's been shot through an airbrush. As you can see, it gives them quite a bit of depth and shade. Now at this point I've gone ahead and added a clear coat to protect the surface so that we don't have any of our paint coming off. It seals it. And we're going to move on to adding our little jewelry adornments. These are going to get glued on in a pattern. I'm going to proceed to do that, and then we will show you how they look when they're all finished. Oh, by the way, these are getting glued on with Zap-A-Gap. It is Serena acrylite glue. That'll bond those on and they won't be going anywhere. And here now we get a look at our finished shells. The rhinestone details have been added. Has a nice clean gloss coat, a rich purplish violet luster. And there you go. That is the finished painted detail process for doing the mermaid shells. We hope you've enjoyed this video.